Bro, like I'm not gonna lie, bro. This movie was just filler.
Yo, Loki. Yes, absolutely.
Like, like there's nothing. It's like just like it gets the job done.
Wait. We are disclosing too much Bambi talk before the podcast.
Oh no, trust me. I'll have more to say. I'll have more to say. I'll be able to go more in depth with it. I'm keeping it short.
You guys all ready to start?
I am absolutely ready.
Welcome to the Magic of Animation, where we explore the enchanting world of Disney, from the classics we grew up with to the latest releases. We'll take a deep dive into the artistry, storytelling, the unforgettable characters, and the pure magic that makes these movies timeless. So whether you're a lifelong Disney fan or new to the magic, sit back, relax, and join us as we embark on our journey through the wonderful, magical world of animation. Hello everybody, today's episode is going to be about Bambi. My name is Joey and I will be your forest guide today. I am joined by Dequan, the trailblazer of fun.
Hello.
Kevin, the wildlife wizard.
Greetings.
And Mike, the mischievous woodland spirit.
What up, baby?
Not gonna lie, man. I feel like their names are way cooler than mine.
The trailblazer of fun? That's an amazing name.
The name is cool, but like, my man's a wizard, and the other one's a spirit.
I'm just a freaking forest guide. What are you complaining about?
Forest guide. It's okay, you can guide my spirit to the trailblazer of fun.
Ah.
Okay. So we're going to jump right into Pooh's 100-acre check-in. This one might be a little bit longer because if you have not noticed, we are not uploading at the normal time, and we have to do 2 weeks of updates. DeQuandrick.
All right, so I would say I did a decent portion of things. You know, had to babysit. You know, had a house full of tiny dogs, about 4 of them. One
Nice.
being a teacup, and terrified of the other dogs and hiding in my lap and sleeping in my bed the entire time. And so that was fun, but the only downside of my weeks were that I got a summer cold or a viral infection or something like that. So
Wonderful.
I'm still kind of sick and whatnot. I'm trying to get rid of that as we currently speak. But other than that, it's been pretty cool.
Cool. Kevin.
I don't have anything too crazy. Just finally finished up The Office.
Woo.
That's about it.
Mike.
Kind of the same, you know. Just did a good old celebrating of our past holidays, being Father's Day and my dad's birthday, which is right around, right next to that. So had mostly just that, a lot of family visits, a lot of stuff like that to celebrate both those holidays. Well, yeah.
Oh,
Also, like we did with Mother's Day, this is going to be late and off schedule, but either way, happy Father's Day to all the fathers and father figures out there. You all are very much appreciated, and I hope you guys all had a great Father's Day.
Ooh, go fathers. That didn't go over so well.
wait, do it again. I got you.
Oh.
I got you.
Ooh, go fathers.
you know,
There
that's
you go.
genius.
There you go, I got you. I thought, Dino, you were going to say something.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
you kind of already beat me to it, so
Oh.
you got it.
Oh, I stole your thunder by accident. I see.
No, you have still your time to speak, so not really stolen.
Well, my 2 weeks were pretty quiet because the last previous 4 weeks were way too noisy and way too busy. Way too much money spent, so we stayed in every weekend. Made myself a sweet Disney yard working hat.
Oh, I saw
Disney
that.
yard working hat?
Oh, it
Yeah,
was
it's a
nice.
big straw hat, and my wife painted a sky underneath the brim with bumblebees, and then I velcroed a Winnie the Pooh patch and a honey pot to the front of it. It's pretty
Ooh.
cool. You can see it on my
Sounds cool.
TikTok.
I think I did see it. I don't think I paid much attention to
Oh,
it. I was
jeez.
too distracted
This guy.
with your jersey. I was trying to read the jersey. And then I got distracted by the super cool Mickey Mouse looking vans.
Oh
And I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
My
those are
wife made
sick.
those too.
She made
every
those.
second. I loved every second of the hat.
How the heck did she?
Well, so we bought this
shoes?
little we bought the little canvas shoes at Target, and she just painted Mickey heads on them. That was her
Oh my
test. Her test run last year for this year's Father's Day gift. She bought me Nike Air Force Ones, and she's gonna paint those into a Disney design too. Don't know what yet, but
Dude,
we'll see how that goes.
I'm not gonna lie, that looked very, very professionally done. I thought you got those off like the like a Vans website or something. I was like, oh, those are sick.
Nope, they were
Didn't know
$10
they made
shoes
those.
at Target and painted with cheap old acrylic paint.
Well, color me impressed. Like, dang, that
I'll let her know you said so.
I'm kind of just like, holy crap, it's very well done, very well done.
So with that, we'll jump to... I changed the name of this segment to Stats from Baymax. It used to be Zazu's Report, but I changed it to Stats from Baymax.
Ooh.
I kind of like the way
I'm
that's
all-
more.
The what?
I like the ring of that more.
Yeah.
I
He's all
feel
about
like I love
analytics
Big
and
Hero
stuff. You know, he's a
6.
robot. So Bambi was released by Disney Animation Studios on August 13th, 1942. It was based off the book Bambi, A Life in the Woods by Felix Slatton. Walt Disney again produced this one himself. It was directed by David Hand, who also directed Snow White, so he came back. The budget was $1.7 million. The initial release was $3 million, and lifetime box office was $267.4 million. It has a tomato score of 91 and an audience score of 73.
No, I'm not too surprised by the audience score. I think that's fair.
Yeah. So with that, we'll go into Dory's Dive into Memories. Dequan, what are your memories of this movie?
My memories, it was a commercial that came on TV on a regular. And I forgot what the commercial was telling you, but I remember this line because it sticks in my head. This is when Bambi goes, "What are we gonna do today?"
Right. I have a note that says,
And-
I remember the line, "Mother, what are we gonna do today?"
Yeah, it was some commercial. I don't remember what commercial it
Yeah,
was.
I think it was
That's
just
all I remember.
an ad for Disney.
Was it? You sure it was like a toothpaste commercial? Like, I don't know, but I probably should have looked that up before, being here.
Hey,
You sure you're not thinking of like Little Bear or something like
No,
that?
It was a little bit. I know about the Orabelle trending toothpaste, but it was a little bit.
oh man, I
It was-
forgot about Little Bear's toothpaste.
Yeah, I love a little bit. But yeah, no, like that's my only real memory of Bambi was that commercial and that line.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I'm
Kevin?
gonna look this up right now.
yeah, you do that.
I don't have much, honestly.
Yeah, it's not very
I actually-
memorable.
I'm in the same boat. I don't have anything just like Kevin.
So I remember watching this, and like before, I just don't remember anything about it other than Thumper and Flower being awesome.
Yeah, I love Thumper's energy.
Did you figure out that commercial yet?
I'm currently scrolling through YouTube.
He's like scrolling at lightning speed. He's like, come on.
Yeah, so I also changed the name of the next segment from Ego's column to Timon and Pumbaa's movie review. Play off
Ooh.
of Lion King 1.5 when they're in the movie theater watching it.
I like it.
Fantastic movie. So the first category we're going to go over is storyline / plot. And there is no real storyline or plot to this other than it's just woodland creatures surviving in the forest. Unless you guys picked up on something else.
No,
No.
I felt like I was watching like a nature documentary, but they voiced over it.
Okay. I have some notes on the plot. I have so the male deer's role in the forest is just prancing around. They didn't do anything other than just prance around the field.
Yeah, they were pretty hands off when it came to raising the kids and stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I guess that's pretty reflective of the animal kingdom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that they showcased the struggles of surviving the winter. That was cool. Because usually in nature documentaries, they harp pretty heavily on how hard winters is for the animals.
Mm-hmm.
And as oh, go for it.
Go on.
No, you go.
I was just gonna say the movie does a good job of just showing you like time, like the way nature works with animals. You know, like some will go into hibernation, some won't. You know, kind of just running through like the whole nature cycle with certain animals there. That's just basically what I really got from it.
Okay. So this goes back into the memories a little bit, but I wanted to put it here. I don't remember whatsoever anything after his mother died. Like you thinking that the baby mine was the end of Dumbo. I thought his mother dying was the end of the movie. So when Bambi was an adult, I was like, what is this?
Bro.
Same.
I don't know if
I'm
it's
not
like...
gonna lie. When after she passed and everything like that, and then I see like adult Bambi, I'm like, hello? And he's like, hello? I'm like, whoa, bro, what happened to your voice?
I also feel like that was like people think of Bambi and they just think of that one scene.
Mm-hmm.
A, you don't even see it on screen.
Nope.
But B, I don't know if it's like as children, that was just such a pivotal point in this movie where we lost interest. We're like, oh wow, like
Yeah.
That's where we all got destroyed. Like Bambi got to technically time skip that whole traumatic part of dealing with that and then grew up. We were still like stuck there just like dealing with the fact that just happened in front of us.
Yeah, which is something like I'd like to speak on again in the future, the distant future, when we do more podcasts and more modern movies. But I feel like nowadays they do a lot better job with different situations and scenarios that come up in life, like death of family and loved ones and stuff, and like actually working through it rather than just doing a quick wrap up and then fast forwarding a year.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I just have a note that says I hate it. Why are they old?
You hate it? Why are they old? I mean, to be honest, it's such a blur of a moment too, because the whole purpose of that is just to show like now they're older, now they're going into making their own family, and then that was it. Like there's no anything else that happens in that moment. It's just kind of there. Like the whole beginning is Bambi learning about basically life and nature and things like that, right? And then they go to the adult part for him, and it's now you're gonna make a family, and that's the life. That's it.
We had Friend Owl trying to scare them away from love like it was a disease.
Yo, real quick, I just want to say this for all those who are listening. Please, send us the commercial, because I'm never gonna find. It's gonna
It's not a
torture.
toothpaste commercial.
I know it exists, man. I remember watching TV. and
My
then it was
memory-
on.
My memory of that is like, the we have our heading, here we go, at the start of Disney DVDs. I think the Mother, What Are We Gonna Do Today was part of one of those montages at the start of a Disney movie.
That sounds about right.
No, because it was like at the end of the commercial, like Bambi would say the line, and then the commercial would end. It was like talking about the forest and like taking care of wildlife perfectly and nice and nature.
You know
I
what?
swear.
Get your bingo cards out, because we're just gonna have to say it. Mandela effect.
Are you sure? Are you sure it wasn't just like some weird collaboration with Bambi and the grizzly bear who told you only you can prevent wildfires?
So it was definitely a nature-based commercial partner with Disney. I promise that. It was one of the two. But regardless, just send it if you guys find it.
So what are the keywords I should look for? Bambi, toothpaste, commercial, nature.
Bro, like,
Yep.
Mother, what we gonna do today? That line,
What we gonna do today? That might be why you might be having a hard time trying to find it.
bro. I swear, Bambi said it like that. I promise you.
What we gonna do today?
Bambi did not know proper English.
He was learning. He was learning. Is this a little what is it called? Is it called Bab? Or no, is that? No, that's a doe. Wait, they're called does when they're little, right?
No,
They're called
fawns.
Fawns. Okay, I'm completely wrong. Wait, is Bab sheep?
I believe
I don't
doe
know.
is a female
Doe
deer,
is a
right?
female deer, and a stag is a male deer.
Yeah, and then deer's just their. Deer is the they them.
Yeah,
What is But what's a Bab then?
I've never heard of that in my life.
Is it Bab like a baby sheep or baby ram? I don't know. It's something.
The baby sheep is a
I'll figure it
lamb.
out.
That's true. Call to the lamb.
Wait, so then when you eat lamb chops, are you?
Yes.
Oh no!
Oh God.
Okay, well, back on track here. After Friend Owl tries to scare them away from love, it doesn't work too well because the flower is mega desperate for attention that the female skunk only has to giggle at him and he's done.
Speaking of which,
That boy Flower is a simple fella.
I've you bring that up made me just remember the fact that well, not remember, but the fact that he just sticks with the name Flower. He's like, that's a flower.
Right.
He's like, no, that's not a flower. He's like, I can be a flower
He's
still, and they
branded for
just
life.
stuck with it. And they're like, flower. That's what he is. Never learned what he actually is. He's just that's a flower.
That
I
was,
think even when he was adult, and he was like, flower.
that was his nickname.
When Bambi and Thumper look back at him when he's walking away, he just looks at him, shrugs, and giggles. Like he's like, oh well.
He had the weakest will, man. The second that happened, he just looked back at them like, I don't know, guys. I already lost. I'm going with her.
I mean, the rest of them didn't last much longer.
No, well,
That's
Bambi
true.
Bambi lasted the longest because he was actively trying to avoid her affection until he couldn't, and they went to smash.
I just also want to say this too. Why did Flower grow up to be basically a hippie? Because that man's
His name is
voice,
Flower.
like his voice is so gone out of this world.
Because he's a flower.
He was all about that peace.
Like it's only funny because I don't remember Thumper looking back at Bambi like, I don't know, I'm with her now. But Flower just does. Flower's like looks back like, yeah guys, I lost already. See ya.
And he wasn't even
It's
mad
just
about
funny.
it.
His kiss. She stole his first kiss respectfully.
Hmm.
Oh, there was all types of robbing of that first kiss.
You guys want to hear the embarrassing story of me and my wife's first kiss?
Yes, I am quite curious.
So
Yeah, let's do it.
I am a super shy and insecure man. So it was like date number 6 or 7. And we're at her house and I'm going to leave and I go in to hug her and she comes in to kiss me and I didn't know she was coming in to kiss me, so I went to the side to hug her.
No!
So she thought I turned my head on her. So then I left.
No.
Wait. So how does that be the first kiss if
Well,
you didn't?
Because then I came back. And
The
then I
same
stood like a minute later
that
after
takes long.
Oh, you
hyping
did
myself
the
up in the
movie
car.
thing.
I came back and I stood in her foyer for like it felt like 10 years. And then we
Man,
just
that takes balls, man.
Dude, you were literally in a movie.
Yeah.
You just had a movie moment right there.
yeah, she told me that her mom said it was very impressive that I had the courage to come back after that embarrassing moment.
After weaving that kiss.
Yeah, she throws that in my face all the time that I turned.
And never forget.
This question is PG. I just want to give that in advance. I do want to ask a question. So, from that point on, were you secure of your own understanding of yourself? in situations from that point on?
Yes, I don't remember anything being overly awkward after that.
All right, awesome, good.
Because it was just
that's
so
what it was.
overly awkward that it was there was no more room for awkwardness.
Yep, it takes that
I
one
maxed
moment
it out.
to shatter that glass. Icebreaker, he did more than just broke ice.
I'm not gonna lie, it would have been kind of funny if when it happened the second time, she decided to do the same thing, curve, and then come back.
Yikes. Yikes.
It would have been kind of funny. I feel like that little inside joke between them, but I
Right.
don't know. Maybe I'm just a weirdo.
All right, set us up for the next one, Joey.
I mean, I still have a lot of notes about the storyline and the plot. I got
What?
I got Bambi
There's
fighting
much
for
story.
for Faeline's affection, and then them smashing. We got dead animals on screen in a Disney movie.
we did? Was I blind?
They were
Wait.
the hunters were popping birds out of the sky.
I mean, they weren't dead. They were just battle damage, bro.
You can tell yourself that.
Did they show the actual dead animals? Or was
Yeah,
it just,
it dropped
like,
out of the
yeah,
sky
I
and
think-
landed next to the other birds, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta go."
Yeah, that's
Oh.
I don't remember them really showing it. The only thing I remember, and I could be remembering wrong, was, they fly away like, I can't take it anymore. I
And
gotta
then
go.
they get shot,
And they're like, no,
and then they
don't."
drop
And then
back down into the
off-screen-
water.
Yeah, I just remember off screen hearing the gunshot, and I think it might have been a silhouette they showed fall, but not
No,
like.
no.
I don't remember them showing like the whole dead bird just landing there. Like, whoa, that's messed up.
And then I have that they did a good job showcasing the fear of man, and that's not really how hunting dogs work, but okay.
Dude, why was there so many hunting dogs, bro? That
There
was
was
a
this-
lot.
Dogs
There
go
was
to
so many
collect dead
people there.
animals. They don't go to kill the animals, but whatever.
Yeah,
they're supposed
like
to only
usually that's like
corner them.
1 or 2 hunting dogs, not like 10.
Well, what if they had 10 hunters? And each
Yeah,
hunter had
true.
their own hunting dog.
But then Bambi goes bowling with those dogs and then just destroys them, throat kicks them, and
Respectfully, should've never got
drops
that.
rocks on their heads. There ain't no way he didn't kill them.
Oh, he
So,
did.
actually, that brings up a point. How did this man know how to fight so well? He had one fight that we've seen with a
Survived.
one-on-one other stag,
He
and he
had
won. And then he was like, "Okay, now I can just take on 10 vicious dogs that should be biting and clawing at me like it's nothing."
he's the son of the great prince of the forest. It's in his genes.
Not just that.
My man got
You
plot
heard
armor.
of fight, or you heard of fight or flight.
Right.
Wendy knew fight, only fight.
And
Oh
then the
no, I
last-
can get that. It's just impressive that this man was like, I've had one fight and now I could just take on 10 dogs.
Yeah, they didn't show his Rocky training montage, but he had one in the forest.
I'm just saying, if that was my boy Copper, Copper would have took Bambi down.
Right.
Man.
Copper?
Fox
Yeah.
and the Hound, man. Come on.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
Bro.
We're not
How
there
did
yet.
I
We
tell you
can't
I'm not
blame-
smart?
We're not there. If we had covered Fox and the Hound yet, then
Fair, fair.
That would have played a much more prominent role. Yeah, that's 100% it.
I got you, Mike.
Thank you, thank you.
So the last thing I have for the storyline and plot is that the hunters caused a forest fire. And with that said, we all live in the Midwest and we've been experiencing the smoke and the smog from the Canadian wildfires. So just want to say that I hope the fires are stopped soon and everyone up there can get back to their normal lives as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those hunters are in jail.
So
Nah, they got away
there's
with it.
something
They're
that
like,
I
"Oh,
have
they're
for
just hunting.
Legacy,
Just an accident.
where maybe I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in here. I'll get across it. But they originally wanted to show a burnt arm with a gun, showing that
That
the
would've
dude
been
that
cool.
caused the fire ended up getting burned to death in the fire. But they were like, that's a bit too traumatic.
Wow.
So let's just
we can
kill
show
Bambi's mom.
dead birds falling from the sky all we want. Second you show that burnt arm, I don't know about that.
Well, they wanted to show Bambi's mom getting shot too, like on screen.
Yeah, that
Yikes.
would have been bad. So hear me out. I'm not gonna jump too far in movies. I'm gonna just stop myself in the process of it. But they call that a bit traumatic. But I recall a certain guy accidentally hanging himself. So
Yeah.
let's see in
man,
the
yeah.
letter. So I won't name the movie. Those know who the movie is, but we'll get there.
I don't. I'm trying to think. What movie am I not able to
What?
think of
That
right
was
now
a
with
Mike,
that?
I'm
Right.
sending it in the group chat right now.
That's such a great movie.
I'm gonna see it. I'm be like, oh, it's that one. Oh yeah, I can't remember. If I have to remind y'all, don't mind him. I swear. I'm waiting to see what
Saving
this
the
is because I need to know what
picture.
this movie is now. I'm interested.
And
What?
Sending it in the group
Hey,
chat.
people, yes.
Why
Let's
can't we wait? Why aren't we saying it?
Because we want to save that for when the movie comes up.
Yeah, 3 years down the line.
Yeah,
Gotta keep people wanting coming
Wait,
back.
gotta
Just
keep
sent it in
people on their
Snapchat,
toes.
Mike.
Oh, that's what you said. Okay. Oh, what's up? Okay. Yeah.
Arguably one of the best Disney soundtracks through and through.
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
Oh yeah. I remember now.
But we'll move on to characters in Bambi because that's so much better than that
boy,
movie we
let's
were
go.
talking about. Thumper was absolutely adorable.
Thumper, okay, hear me out. Thumper used to be my favorite when I first seen Bambi when I was younger. But watching this movie made me realize something. Thumper's a little turd. All
Yeah.
right?
You're not wrong.
Like, Thumper's mother was a great mother. Thumper was just a turd.
He had to be constantly reminded of the rules.
Yeah.
What are the rules?
I got
But
Bambi.
I still like him.
What?
I said I digress. I still like him. Not my favorite, but I still like him.
Right. I got Bambi is also pretty cute. I loved that Friend Owl acted as the forest grandpa.
Right.
And the Great Prince of the Forest might be the best name for a Disney character in all of Disney.
Yeah, that name goes.
Yeah.
That name goes.
So, it is a great name, but I think it should have been Great King of the Forest.
Well, I mean,
'Cause-
that would make more sense, but who
That's
knows?
the thing that confused me is first off, when they first said the prince is born, I'm like, wait, Bambi's a prince? Excuse me? What royalty is in this forest? And now I got so curious on like the hierarchy system, and I'm like, wait, is every like deer, prince or princess? Is this all like royal family, or is it only specifically this one? And I was like really thinking in depth, and I stopped thinking about it because I was like, I'm never gonna get an answer. And then they're like, he's the great prince of the forest. I'm like, wait, shouldn't he be the king?
I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. I don't know if it has anything to do with like pecking order, but like deer aren't that high up there on the food chain,
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with it. Like they're majestic and stoic, but like they're not all high and mighty.
Well, that deer was roaming everyone like he was high and mighty. Everyone respected him like
The
he was a
deer did.
king.
So hear me out. Disney has this thing. This is not a knock towards Disney at all. It's just a very noticeable thing I noticed. I do. Disney has this thing where they don't like giving titles of king or queen. It's always prince or princess. Even when there's no queen or king that's present, it's just prince and princess. I don't know why they do it. I don't.
Yeah?
Well, I'm looking at which ones have we done? Well, no, there was the queen, the evil
The
queen.
evil queen, but she was a bad guy.
Yeah, that was one of the rarities, though. But why is Cinderella just princess?
Because there's a king and queen somewhere.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Because I'm pretty sure you couldn't be king or queen until you were married. So there couldn't be a love story if they were already king and queen.
Maybe that's why Bambi was the prince of the forest.
Well,
Hey,
see, it's not a question
Disney
of,
Queen doesn't have the same ring to it.
Right?
it's not a matter of questioning like Bambi, being exactly the prince. I'm like, okay, I could get that, but that made me want to know the hierarchy of their whole ecosystem they had going on. The one that confused me was when it was like the great prince of the forest and this big old buff stagged up deer just walked up like, I'm king, and I'm like, but wait, you're a prince. Wait, there's two princes, but one's confusion, headache, what's happening?
Yeah. So you can probably tell how much we love this movie by seeing how little we've talked about it so far.
I mean, there's
We-
not a lot to talk
Keep
about is the
tangenting
thing.
off into different stuff. But then we got Flower with one of the most iconic lines ever. If he can call me Flower if he wants to.
That's iconic.
I think it's iconic. Maybe it's not. It's iconic to me then.
Because when he was accepted, I'm like, alrighty, he's Flower.
You guys talked about Thumper trying to be sly with his comments.
That boy Thumper was throwing consistent shade.
The biggest jerk move that he did though was waking Flower up from hibernation. What the heck's that about?
Yeah, I don't know, man. No proper home training. Actually, not that. Thumper's mom was great.
That's the child curiosity in them. But I'm gonna say Flower is a goat for taking that like a champ. You know, getting woken up, not even being upset about it, just like I'm just hibernating, just rolls back over, goes to sleep. I'm like, that's a good friend right there. Didn't get mad at all. He's just like, I just need to go back to sleep, guys. I'm sorry.
Right.
Then the last note that I have about characters is towards the end after Faylene and Bambi smashes, and then he sends her back, or he leaves her in bed, and then he comes running back for her because the fire started or whatever, and he's shouting Faylene. I cannot stand how he was saying her name. He was like, Faylene, Faylene.
Wait,
Faylene.
her name's Faylene?
Yeah.
I thought it was Celine. Every time I heard her, I was thinking it was Celine. Like, I don't know, maybe my audio system was messed up or something, but it was like silent at the beginning, so I was like, Celine! And I'm like, oh, okay, it's Celine, but apparently it's Celine.
Well, they do a little bit of the muffling in the movies to add a bit of effect, so understandable.
So when I was hearing, I'm like, okay, so Celine, but apparently it's Foline, and I'm learning that now.
Mike's just got Celine Dion on his mind.
Right.
So we can move on to visuals and animations as long as you guys don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Not much on characters. It's really not a lot.
I didn't really like the animation in this movie. I didn't think it was that much of a step up from anything. The animals running at some points, that was pretty smooth, but like Bambi, how every other animal had black outlines, but he had white outlines, I thought that was a dumb move.
Wait. What? What happened?
Bambi, all of the details on Bambi were outlined in white or like a light gray, but everyone else's was outlined in black. And it just made him look out of place.
Huh. I think it's because... No, that wouldn't even make sense. Why would they do...
I don't know, because
the only thing I
Faylene
would
was...
think is the fact of... Wait, was Faylene
No,
outlined in
Faylene
black
was
as well?
black. Bambi was the only one that was outlined in white.
Maybe it's just because he's the prince, you know?
Maybe.
Faylene.
But then I
It's his
also...
royalty.
I also have that the background was rough and very hazy. I don't know, maybe that was just because of the time, I don't know.
I thought that was supposed to be purposeful.
Yeah,
for
probably.
some odd reason. I was thinking it was supposed to be like... Because, like, haziness you can have in nature. I was just thinking it was supposed to be like that because the whole movie is taking place in nature.
Faylene.
I felt like the art style for this had a kind of a washed out haziness to a lot of
Yeah.
it.
Because it was a dream.
I also have that they animated the Great Prince as like super imposing. Like they made him feel like a big deal.
Again, my man
They
came
did a
out
good
as
job
a
with
big
that.
buff stag. He is.
The blizzard was pretty good animation. The snow scenes were actually pretty good. And then when Faylene, as an adult, first meets up with Bambi again, they're in a pond with a willow over it. And that was pretty great. That was a really good scene. Like, I could use that as a background.
There was something odd I noticed in the animation. So, as her name's Faylene, I'm learning. Faylene's eyes changed color like 3 different times.
Wonderful.
And it was one time when they were younger and they're playing and they got by the rock. I was like, is that Bambi or is that Faylene? Because the eyes were like this reddish orange. And I'm like, wait, I thought she had blue eyes. And then the next
Bambi
scene, she
has
has
orange.
blue eyes again. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, Faylene
And there was
has
a scene
blue eyes
later
and
where she
Bambi
had
has orangish red.
Yeah, when she was on the rock, she had orangish red eyes. I was like, wait, so that's Bambi? And then Bambi jumped out with the same colored eyes, and her eyes changed back to blue in the next scene. I was like, oh, that's weird. And there was another scene earlier where she had like just pure red eyes. I was like, what happened? She's possessed.
So, do you guys know the scene right after their smash session when they're standing on top of the waterfall? The waterfall was whack. The water wasn't even moving.
I never met Bambi, honest.
Okay, so say what you will about the animation, but some of the animation in this film, like it's been done before, has been reused in other films, but this film in particular has had the animation reused in more film than any other.
Interesting. How did they make
Are
that
you saying
work?
that Bambi used more animation from its previous movies, or are you saying
No.
movies in the future
Future
use more
movies.
scenes from Bambi?
Yep, that's correct. The second one.
I could kind of understand that due to the fact that there's a lot of like a lot of the scenes are just very like, I don't want to say like still imagey, but they're like they could work for other products.
Right.
Yeah.
Like other stories they're using, like snowy scene, grassy scene, foresty scene, like they all can work because there isn't a whole lot that defines it to just Bambi.
They also brought in live animals for the animators to study so that they could animate them and their movements properly.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. So the last two notes that I want to point out is the shot of the burning forest from afar after they all escaped. That was a gnarly looking shot.
Yeah.
And then the very ending shot of him on the cliff as they pan through the forest was pretty impressive. And that's all I got on animation if you guys want to move to music.
So going back to them bringing in animals, they actually took several trips to the Los Angeles Zoo to study the different animals, and Disney had a small menagerie set up in the studio with ducks, rabbits, owls, skunks, and 2 baby deer.
That is fun stuff right there.
I would have liked to work just so it could be like seeing the animals and stuff. Like, are you studying these animals? Yep, definitely. Can I pet it yet?
They're like, sir, Mike hasn't left the animal exhibit in like 3 days.
He hasn't animated anything either. Like, what is he doing? He's like, I'm really trying to make sure I get this anatomy down, you know? It's like, you're just sitting there. You're laying with them. You're just petting them. I'm like, yeah.
Gotta be one with the animals, man.
Getting really into my work, you know? Give the extra mile that no one else will.
There's not much that I have for music other than Little April Showers is okay. It's definitely not on my Disney playlist, but it's all right.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what a shower meant back then, but it definitely doesn't mean thunderstorm today. Because when that song was playing, it started thunderstorming. And that is definitely not a little April shower in today's language.
Especially not when you add the word little.
And then the cymbal crashing for the lightning was super cheesy. I didn't like that.
I mean, the music was just kind of
Lame.
It wasn't really anything. Like, I can't even recall anything from it.
Yeah, it wasn't memorable.
So every
Like,
night...
was there actually any other song in there that wasn't just like,
No,
you know,
there was
OST
some.
stuff?
There was some, and it's just not good. But every night when we cook dinner, we play Disney music, and I played Little April Showers, and my wife was like, "What in the world is this?" And I was like, "It's not a good song, I'll tell you that."
Hey, it's not a good song.
Yeah, I just imagine her getting up and just hitting pause, be like, no. Just like, no music tonight. That's it. Ruined.
I'm assuming you guys don't have anything else for music.
All I can say is, like, similar to what they said, like, I think the music wasn't quite literally terrible, but I don't think it was good. I think the music it was so bland that it just meshed with it.
Right.
It just felt like it felt like a nature soundtrack, like it was already there. And you had to actually pay attention to actually realize it's there.
It was literally like those lo-fi background noises. That's all it is. it doesn't have anything that makes it stand out. It doesn't give any impression. It doesn't really just like pop at you. It's just there.
Right.
It just exists. Right, Dino? Is that what you're trying to say?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So with that, we'll move on to emotional impact and Joey Cry Wash 2023. Cry Watch, not Cry Wash. Did not cry during this movie, but it was heartbreaking watching him walk through the woods calling out for his mother after she died.
Yeah.
And with that, it's good on the great prince for stepping up and taking care of Bambi after she died. Like, he was absentee his whole life, but after she died, he was like, all right, I'll take care of you. And good on him for that, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's all I got. Nothing really else emotional about it.
Took him in to train him. That's really it. I'm gonna be real. It wasn't. I mean, it's a sad scene, but it didn't really like hit.
Right.
Like,
It's wild, like that. You know, when you think of Bambi, you think of, you know, the mom dying, but it's such a small actual part of the movie.
Oh, yeah. And, like, you don't even
And
get
probably-
time to grieve him. Like like Mike said earlier, they just move on from it right
Yeah.
away.
it's
and-
also the. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Go. Go ahead.
Gentlemen first.
I don't remember what I was going to say.
Dang it.
We're good
I
at
was
this.
I was only gonna say that, to be honest, it's the one true, like, impactful moment of the movie. Like, everything else is just kind of things happening. It's just kind of everyday. You just watch as an everyday life goes by for them. They're just like, oh, okay, so this is a bird. This is a butterfly. That's a flower. And then that's really it. And then that's the most impactful scene there, is when the hunters show up. Because that's when the things actually happen. And outside of that, there's not really a whole lot. It's just, you know, you're just watching a daily life go on for animals, essentially.
Yeah.
All right, with that, we'll move on to message slash theme. And for this, I have absolutely nothing.
The message and theme of the movie was, don't skip out on your kids' lives or your wife might die. I mean, wow. He didn't skip out on,
dramatic.
I mean,
I don't
like, if
think
he
that's-
didn't skip out, I'm pretty sure she would have been alive, all right?
That doesn't make any sense. They were eating in the field, and she got shot.
Yeah, they would have never did that if the great stag prince was there.
They needed to go eat eventually.
Oh,
He would have got food. He would have been the guy collecting the food.
He's going to chew up the grass and bring it back and spit it out for him.
They're
Yes.
birds now?
I get where Dino's coming from, and I can agree. It's just such a dramatic, like, better be there for your kid's life or your wife's gonna die. She's gonna die. It's like, whoa.
I'm going to go out on a
Okay,
limb
I'm
and say that's
sorry.
not what they were trying to tell.
Also, second message, that's the first message. The second message, do not hunt for sport,
Right.
but for population control. That hunter was hunting for sport.
Mm-hmm.
For sadistic pleasure.
That too.
I
Or
mean,
to survive, they had to eat.
Nah, the
20
way he was
dogs.
hunting, my man set the whole forest on fire. He was not hunting for
Yeah,
just
they
eat.
were not hunting to survive. They were hunting for vengeance.
The forest
some
fire
reason.
was an accident.
I
He
mean,
sent like 12 dogs on one deer.
I'm gonna say
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
because
the.
maybe that was the only deer they could get, and they had to get
Wait, that
food
could
for the
be-
winter.
They said they did just send the dogs out from outside the forest, and they kind of all just decided, what if we just jumped one deer? So that's on the dogs. You know, they were not trained to be good hunting dogs. They were trained to just jump one person as a group. That's it.
I don't
mean-
know how we have talked this long on the message slash theme of Bambi.
Wait, I got more messaging
Oh
theme.
my
Ready?
lord.
Oh, let's go. Let's hear it.
One simple line, and this line was said early on in the movie, and I love it. Ready? If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah.
Hey, let's
As we
go.
continue on this movie.
Again, I don't know how that's the theme of the movie, but
That's a theme
It's
of
a
a
message. It's a message
yeah, I guess that's a good
It's the
point.
message.
that the movie was trying to convey, right? Because Thumper was so young, right? And that was one of the first things that Thumper's mom taught. Is
Yeah.
if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all.
Yep, that's message number 3 right there.
There's number 3.
Okay. I'll give it to you guys.
Give it to me. Are you kidding me? In today's society, people need to understand this message.
Yeah, too bad it doesn't even hold up. I don't even think it held up in that movie.
Yeah, no,
You know
Thumper
what
didn't
did
even
hell
listen
up,
to
though?
it.
Actually, maybe it did, because maybe that's why no one says a lot in the movie. Like, man, we all really don't got a lot nice to say. What?
Always be there.
Isn't
guy-
that your first message?
Yeah, this guy's just grasping at straws here.
He is reiterating.
Isn't that your first message? Always be there? Oh, your wife's gonna die.
I mean, hold on. I'll say
How
one
is that
last
the
thing.
message, though? Because at the end, Bambi dips on his children, too.
Wait, no, he didn't. That leads into my theory that I won't explain right now. But I will leave you with this last piece of that message. You notice when Bambi was there for his soon-to-be wife, saved her life. If he wasn't there, like, the other great prince, she would have been dog food.
But then he leaves.
He did his job.
I think me and Dino's theories, I think what you just said makes your theory different than mine. Never mind. Okay.
All right. you guys win. You guys win. It has a message and thing.
I don't have a message
We
theme.
broke him.
But Kevin did point something out when you said about don't hunt for sport.
That was
Yeah.
Dequan.
Like, they didn't really hunt for sport. I'm trying to think. They didn't really do anything, minusing the 12 dogs at the end. They didn't do anything excessive in the beginning and after. They kind of did just what it seemed like, kill the one deer and leave. And then the second hunt, they didn't get anything. Or no, they got that one bird. So they had to apparently show fall down.
There's some crucial context you're missing there. The context you're missing is, yes, they did leave after the one deer. That's because they didn't bring any dogs that time. And he's like, where's the rest of the deers? It's like, you know what? We're bringing dogs next time, so we won't miss anything.
But what if because they only had one deer that they're like, we need something more. We're not getting enough food to survive. So that's why they had to bring 12 dogs.
This guy's trying to
Because they weren't getting enough
defend-
food. I'm just saying.
defend a forest fire starter.
Wait, no one said that. Don't you put words on me. That's not what I said. I'm
I'm
just
still
saying.
dumbfounded on how we were able to speak this much on message/theme for Bambi.
Here's
What can I say? We're good at what we
I'm
do.
laughing.
Right? We're good at what we do, like you said.
Yeah. So that's just a side part for that. But the real message, the real theory
We
is,
got another
even
one?
if you don't think you'll find love, love will find its way to you. Whether you want to or not, it's a curse you can't escape.
I mean, well, that's just a lie.
This movie taught me otherwise.
Where was the owl's love?
That owl probably had love.
He was a grumpy guy,
Did he abandon his wife too?
maybe, and she got shot by a hunter because he abandoned her.
Wait a minute. Oh, dude, I got a theory about the owl. It's cooking. I'm cooking over here. I'm gonna wait till theories, but I'm cooking.
my
I got 2
Lord.
theories now.
You guys are wild.
I'm cooking. My brain's spiraling.
Joey, go.
Before somebody comes up with something else.
Okay, so we're gonna move on
That's
to
your thing.
humor.
Love yourself.
We're gonna move on to humor, and I have pretty much a bunch of quotes from Thumper in here, like when he says "kinda wobbly, isn't he?" when he's first born, and then when he asks Bambi's mom what's his name is, and she says Bambi, and he goes Bambi. Yeah, I guess that's all right.
I will say this: when you reiterate the lines like that, they're 10 times funnier. Because in my head, I was like, "This little guy right here is toxic."
I was thinking the same thing. Like, wow, that's rude. Okay. I
And then,
don't know. I didn't laugh in this movie, so I can't really.
well,
I
the
don't really have a
funniest
good-
part. The funniest part to me is when Bambi's walking, exploring the forest for the first time, and a mole comes digging up, and he pops up, and he says, "Good morning." nice sunny day, and then he just goes back underground. It was just so weird and random. I loved it. And then Bambi trying to get up on the ice will never not be funny. That's all I got for humor.
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
I don't have anything.
I'll be honest, I don't have anything for humor. That's it for me.
So we'll move on to world building. So the transition from summer to winter was cool, but I do want to point out a bit of a plot hole here. Man being in the forest is a big part of the movie, as we tore apart and broke down beyond belief in message /theme. But fall is only in the movie for about 30 seconds, but hunting season is in the fall, so I feel like the movie should have taken place majority in the fall instead of spring/summer.
That leads back to
it not being for sport.
Before. Yeah, he was hunting for sport.
This is what, like 1942? I don't think they had like hunting season.
Yeah, it's very possible that they didn't.
So the one way
I
to
know, real
find
quick. What was it, 1942?
Yeah. Hunting season
In 1942.
introduced.
The first thing that pops up is about Bambi. The problem with Bambi is the rules of knowledge.
Well, it didn't come about in Michigan until 1968, so valid point, Kevin.
Also, again, you know, if the hunters are out here, you know, just making ends meet on food, but they're not getting enough, I'm like, they're probably not listening to, oh, when is hunting season? Oh, this is the best time to go hunting. It's like, I need to survive, dang it.
Exactly.
I'm only pulling in one deer.
Yeah, you guys can defend that guy all you want. Me and DeQuandrick will still bash him.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
can bash him. You can bash him all you want, but it's facts is facts as
Let my car.
probably. Well, it's not facts. It's not really facts. It's a theory. It's an idea.
Food chain, circle of life.
Who was the hunter's supplier for ammunition?
Maybe he made his own.
Oh, crafty.
Actually, no, I'm curious. Now, I don't know why I'm about to look this up, but I'm curious. Best way, like, how did they get ammunition?
Well, they bought it. What are you guys talking about? You go to a store, you buy ammo.
He was in the forest. He had to have lived out there.
Well, they did have a little village out there.
It was a campsite. You go camping and you.
I
when
thought
you
they
go
had a log
hunting.
cabin.
Okay, it's a cabin.
I
You
didn't think
go
they were
out
like
there.
put up like tents. I was thinking like they looked like they were like, you know, houses you would live in.
Yeah, when
in
you
the
go
forest.
hunting, you go to a cabin or a camper or a tent and you hang out for a couple days while you hunt. Doesn't mean you live
I mean,
out
if that,
there.
I mean, nowadays, no, people do live out in the woods. Are you
Well,
kidding
yeah.
me? They
But-
could have been living out there. They're trying to supply for that
You
village.
think he had a bullet factory behind his shed?
That'd be crazy. if he
You'd
did.
be surprised.
Well, that would be why you'd want to know, how do they get the ammunition? Is
Well, I
there
don't
a
think
trade
you're gonna
thing going
find
on
that
between a
out.
village outside of the forest?
Who the heck out of you three people in the world is thinking about where the hunter got his bullets from?
You don't run it up!
I'm not gonna lie, my brain sometimes wanders. Like, this is one of those times.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm curious too. It's why I'm googling it up.
While you Google that, I do want to say something about the world building.
Okay.
I haven't got a chance to yet. So, I would say similar to you, Joey. Like, I do think the whole change in seasons and seeing how the animals interacted with the season, being Bambi still being a newborn fawn and whatnot, experiencing each season and the difficulties of traversing snow and whatnot was pretty cool. And I just like seeing snow-based stuff in general.
Mm-hmm. But and with that said, this movie takes place in a forest. Snow White took place in a forest, but this movie felt bigger somehow. To me.
That's because there was like three landmarks of Snow White: the dwarves' home, the mines, and then the castle.
Wait, how did this one feel bigger?
To me, it just felt like a bigger world than Snow White did.
That's true. They had the forest, they had the snow forest, they had
And
the fall forest,
they showed how big the forest was on multiple occasions.
and then they had the deadly grassy plains, and then the rocky abyss.
And the island that they swam across the lake to get away from the fire,
I
showing how
forgot
big
about
the
that.
forest was. Snow White just stayed in the cottage.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it showed the dwarves going home.
That's true.
There's a mine, a castle, a forest, a hill, a house. Snow White. In this movie, it's a forest.
And the other golden castle in the clouds.
In the log cabin town.
Can we count that golden castle in the clouds? I think that was them passing on to the afterlife.
That's
Yeah, well, you know, that's up to be determined. So we count it either way.
Fair.
Okay, we'll move on to Legacy. And here's where I have the note, Mother, what are we going to do today? I feel like that's been used in promos for years. So DeQuandrick was ahead of schedule there.
Or maybe it hasn't been.
No.
Yeah, so far we haven't gotten any confirmation about any toothpaste commercial.
Don't you Mandela me.
And then
Also, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not really finding anything on this, and I'm kind of bored of looking this up.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
not
wonder
putting this up
why.
No more. Why?
Bambi is also the oldest movie to get a sequel. None of the movies we've covered so far has had a sequel.
Wow. That's actually, well, to be fair, I don't see how you could do a sequel of Snow White.
Well, because she's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or not.
Wait a minute.
What do you think confirm that Snow White's dead?
It was like, you're not going to just slide that by me, buddy.
It's like, hold up. I thought we had a theory about that, and we were saying that no, it wasn't.
Hey,
Or was
I
it?
thought
Actually, I don't remember.
you guys all,
I'll be
DeQuandrick apparently is switching his sides, but you guys all said that you didn't agree with it. So as a show, we decided that wasn't canon. But I guess it's back up for debate.
I'll be honest, though. I feel like Pinocchio could definitely have an amazing sequel.
It could have,
would
yeah.
be Full of joy.
Oh man!
And like Kevin
Teenage
said,
Pinocchio.
Dumbo was supposed to have one, but they canceled it.
Yep.
Wait, technically, on a technicality, Fantasia has a sequel.
It's not officially a sequel, but I'll take it.
Fantasia 2000.
Good point, Mike.
It's not officially listed as a sequel, but I'll accept it.
Fair.
And then a live action remake is on the schedule for Bambi.
What the heck?
They can keep that. Respectfully.
Wow.
They're gonna show Bambi's mom getting shot this time to just drive home the
Oh,
trauma.
yeah.
Wait, what if they go even darker? They just show like the whole like
Oh
get,
my
like
goodness,
gutting with the
all
meat
right,
and everything.
Animals burning in the forest fire.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! I
Everything.
want to see a sequel for one thing. I mean, I want to see the live action for one thing, and it's that line. If I don't hear that line and bad audio, I'm gonna be upset.
They're gonna play it in the toothpaste commercial before the movie.
Bro,
They're gonna slightly alter it instead of being like, "What are we gonna do today?" It's gonna be like, "What are the plans for today, mother?"
I was like, yuck.
Yeah.
What we finna do today, mother? That's what it's gonna be. Keep up with today's lingo.
Yeah, what's that
What
plan?
what we finna do today, ma?
No.
What we finna do today, ma?
Not Urban Bambi. I don't know.
It's urban.
Do you guys see
yo,
the SNL
hey, yo, ma, what's
sketch?
that plan today? What's going?
Do you guys see the SNL sketch where they were saying that they were making a live action Bambi and The Rock was playing Bambi? That was
I was going to
hilarious.
mention that, Joey. I
Oh,
was
yo.
going to mention that. When I was looking for that commercial, that's the only thing that kept popping up is buff Bambi, bro. Why?
Wait.
Is it Jack?
They said they were
Gonna have
making a
The
live
Rock,
action
like, crawling on
sequel.
all fours with like.
No, it was
deer
just him
ears.
standing with deer ears, and he was taking revenge on the hunters that killed his mom.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a
Yo. Wait, is this about to be like the? Never mind. I'm not gonna.
that would be a dope movie.
Wait. They should put The Rock as the Great Spirit Prince,
Oh,
and
What is
all
the great
that.
spirit prince is the great prince of the
off-stagness
forest. You're the
glory.
spirit.
Huh?
He's already Maui.
it's true.
Yeah.
What you're saying? He can only be one.
Well, I mean, they got
great
Aquafina
force?
playing like 16 characters in their movies, so they can have The Rock play multiple people.
Well, I'm saying he's already cast in live action Moana, so they're not gonna cast him in another live action.
Why wouldn't they?
Dude, but if they did, like, imagine if they did for a lot of them, and then it's just like all these characters have a secret theory of they're all like different reincarnations of each other.
I don't even
The
know what
Rock
you're
is
talking about
Tarzan, The
anymore.
Rock is Stitch, The Rock is Bambi.
He played Hercules
He's the
at one
great
point.
Spirit of the forest, Prince thing, Buff Stag, and he's Maui, and it's like these are all different reincarnations of the Rock.
Into the rock verse.
Into the Rockverse. Above the Rockverse and beyond the Rockverse.
Oh boy. With that, we'll move on to overall enjoyment. And to be honest, when I watched this a couple months ago when I was doing my original watch through, I absolutely hated it, and I absolutely dreaded the fact that I had to watch it again for this. But I enjoyed it a little bit more the second time. Not a lot, but a little bit more. But I still will never watch it again, so.
Fair.
How about you guys?
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
You know, like I said earlier, this movie has nothing to it. It is empty calories. It is a filler movie. It just exists. It's just there. That's it for this movie.
It means that respectfully.
It has no substance. It's just there. It's just eating nothingness, really.
Okay, so with that,
I'm not respectful.
let's quickly do our rankings so that we can get to our bonus episode here soon.
Yes.
So, DeQuandrick, what would you rate the storyline for Bambi?
4.
Characters.
7.
Animation.
5.
Music.
1.
Oof. Emotion.
4.
Message.
6.
Humor.
4.
World building.
3.
Legacy.
Because since I can't find it, to be spiteful, that's a 5. If I can find it, it'd be an 8.
And general
What are you trying to
enjoyment.
find?
General,
His toothpaste commercial that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
general enjoyment 4.
All right, Kevin, what about you? Oh, wait, hang on. Your total score is a 43.
Wow.
And that is your lowest score. That is lower than Fantasia.
Not surprised.
All right, Kevin.
Alrighty, storyline 5. Characters 5. Visuals animation 6. Music soundtrack 3. Emotional impact 5. Message theme 3. Humor 4. World building 4. Legacy 6. Overall enjoyment 5.
That's a 46. And that is higher than Fantasia by 3 points. And only lower than Bambi by 2 points.
Wait, Bambi?
Yeah.
You mean
Wait,
Dumbo?
Dumbo, yeah. Only lower than Dumbo by 2 points.
Bambi's lower than Bambi by 2 points.
Good looking out, Mike.
Okay, so storyline. I'm gonna give that a 3. Characters, that's gonna get a 4. Animation's a 4. Music, man, put that at 0. Get that on my face. There's nothing.
Wow.
Emotion, give that a 3. Message, 2. Humor, and give that a 3. World 3. Legacy of 4. Enjoyment about a 5. Yeah.
A 31. That is by far the lowest score anyone has given anything.
Good job, Mike.
Yeah, I'm about to get roasted.
That's rough. I thought my score was bad.
There's just nothing to it. I'm like, there's none of the categories just give anything to make me want to be like, oh yeah, let me boost this over a 5. It was like middle ground or lower for me this whole movie.
Yeah, so storyline, I gave it a 3, characters a 3, animation 5, music 1, emotion 4, message 3, humor 4, world building 4, legacy 6, enjoyment 4, with a 37, and that was only 1 point higher than what I rated Fantasia. So that's 2 in a row where I was not the lowest. Go me. Kevin's back on
Let me
top,
bump my scores
though.
up a little bit.
Kevin enjoyed this movie the most with a 46, but Jesus, gave it a show score of 39.25.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
I am super
Yeah.
surprised. Fantasia sucks. I would watch this over Fantasia in a heartbeat.
I mean,
Yeah, but none of us-
Fantasia's artistic.
Yes, sir. See,
This is sad.
I mean, there's also the point of when we were going to Fantasia, we were like, yeah, this will be okay. And going into this movie, all of us were like, let's get through it. Like, I didn't hear anyone really say, oh man, dude, let's go to watch Bambi. This is going to be great. You know, nothing like that. Not even like
To
a middle
be
ground.
fair, in the
gonna
last
watch it.
episode, I did say we were going to watch the fantastic movie Bambi. I was being super sarcastic, but I did say it.
Yeah, well, sarcasm.
But yes.
I can say, oh man, this was great. That doesn't mean it's actually great.
So with that, we'll go to Bell's fan fiction section. So
Oh, yeah.
Quandrick and Mike, you two have theories. Let's hear them, and we'll see which one is canon, which one's not, or if they both are, or if they both aren't.
I feel like our theories are both the same.
It could be. I don't know. I don't know them.
I'm gonna let you go first, buddy. You got this.
Okay, so as I was watching the movie, I did speak to Mike, and Mike had put me on the idea that, like, the Gray Stag Prince, Deer Prince, I'm gonna call him Bevs.
Buff
from
Stag.
now. He's gonna be Bevs from now. So Bevs is not actually alive. He's actually a spirit, is what Mike was like giving me the idea. I'm like, that makes sense. And as the movie went on, Bambi ends up, getting shot. Obviously, as we all know, he ends up getting shot. But at the end of the movie, you don't see Bambi with his family. He's up on the mountain with Bavs, leading to believe that it's a cycle that each great, prince of the forest ends up protecting their wife and passing away, and it leads to the next prince of the forest spirit to protect the next one, and so on and so forth. So Bavs ended up protecting Bambi, thus allowing him to pass on to the afterlife, which is why at the end of the movie, the only person that walks away is Bavs. Bambi still stands there looking down at the forest.
So I like that because I had a note that I didn't mention because I was trying to speed through it, that the Great Prince had a super incredible gift of being able to just appear at the right moments.
Yeah, so that is the theory that I came up with the
But
assistant.
because you're
Mike.
calling him Bevs, I'm not saying this is canon.
Oh, come on, that's
That's
petty.
Cool name.
That's just a nickname, man.
And Bambi's alive in Bambi 2, so he can't be dead at the end of it.
Ain't no way.
Oh wait, is Bambi about a actual sequel? Because the picture shows, because I have it up right now. Bambi 2 shows Bambi as a child. They are all still young.
Baby deers look exactly the same. It's just a different baby deer.
Man, that looks exactly like him, bro. That's a carbon copy. I'm not a carbon copy of my dad.
Hear me
Have
out.
you
I don't
seen
know.
my
If you
pictures
look
of
at
my
the
son?
cover-
He's a carbon copy of me.
Hear me out. If you look at the cover of Bambi 2, Bambi looks like a spirit in the background. Therefore, he ain't really alive, bro.
I can't really speak on. I've never seen Bambi 2, so I don't even know what it's about. Maybe he is a spirit in that. for all I know.
Most certainly a spirit.
But I stand Pack. I don't think it's canon.
You don't think it's canon? Okay. Fair. Mike, your theory.
Well, I'm just gonna play off yours. So it's exactly the same theory but a little bit different. More or less, that role of their prince, that royal lineage, is meant to always protect the forest, whether alive or dead. And since I'm going to make an assumption of Bambi's dad, being the Great Spirit, passed before, he was like officially born, he still was upholding his role until Bambi can take the role. But I also have a bit of a side theory with that, is when, the Great Spirit takes Bambi, after his mom passes, he's teaching him how to protect the forest, how to be the role he's supposed to grow up into.
Well, he tells him that he's going to.
I didn't hear him say that. I just saw this man do a head nod, and they just went off in a direction. He was like, "Your mother is gone, Bambi."
Yeah, that's where he learned how to fight.
And, just like raising. I generally thought like it would be like considered basically just, I'm just gonna raise you, not like I'm gonna teach you how to be the protector of the forest like I am, like passing down the role. And also, I have a bit of a side theory with when Bambi gets shot. You know how he's like, get up. He's like, I can't. And, he's like struggling to get up, but he does. I'm thinking he didn't make it. I think he did die, but that's his spirit being the protector. What?
That's what the Quandrix said. That Bambi died when he got shot.
Wait, was that what you said?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying he made it.
No, I say he died.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind. It's the exact same theory then. I thought he was saying that, Bambi, made it through, but was still the protector, like his dad.
He just took the mantle while his father passed on. Like, yo, I'm about to go chill with moms, bro. Thank you.
He's like, finally, I get to leave this forest.
All right. I'm still sticking to not canon, but what do you guys think?
I think it's pretty canon because it's a little too, like, on the nose that, that Babs just walked away and Bambi stays there. And like you said, he just pops up at any given moment. And the fact that why would Bambi not be there with Feline when his kids are born? It just doesn't add up.
That name just so every time.
What do you think?
I'm hearing Feline, I'm like, that's not right. But I'm in the same boat as Dino. I think it's personally canon. All right, Kevin, what do you think?
I don't know. I'm with Joey on this one. We were split.
We need a tiebreaker. You listening right now, you can decide what the tiebreaker is by saying what you think is canon.
Yeah, message us on any way you want. Let us know.
Message us on absolutely anything.
Yeah, just be like, that's canon.
So, with that, we'll move on to Riley's Emotions. I renamed this segment too because the last one was way too long.
Wait, I thought Dino had another theory.
What?
No, that was my only theory, but I did just look it up. Bambi did not die. He survived.
Oh, hell. Okay, not canon. We're wrong. Anyways, I had a side theory. Not about that. It was about the
How
owl.
many side theories you got?
Well, mine was a side theory based off his. This one is not plot related.
That's like your fourth side theory.
I told you I was cooking this one up. We're talking about my owl.
Excited. He was excited.
You don't remember me going, I'm cooking over here. Right? Okay, so my theory with the owl, why he's against love, is he had love. But a hunter killed his love. And that's what made him become bitter. And why he was trying to warn them about falling for it. Because he had love and it was taken from him. And he has not been able to fully, move on from it. So he's telling them, like, it's a curse. It's a trap. Be careful.
I don't know who's out here hunting owls, but all right.
I'm not gonna lie. I like that.
Or just in his old age, he forgot who his love was.
God! No.
Forgot who it was.
Same with the Quadrix. I'm going to be petty about this one too, because you had too many theories. I'm not saying this one's canon.
That's mean, but fair.
All right, to the emotions of Riley.
Oh, just Quandrick just skipping over saying if that's canon or not.
Yeah, I was waiting to hear from you guys what you think, if
thought
it's canon or not.
Oh no, I definitely think it's canon. I definitely think it's canon because it's shown throughout time and reality as well. With a lot of people lose a very close loved one, they tend to tell people and warn people about other loved ones and close themselves off to it. So it's very human.
But they're owls.
Oh,
Hey, I mean, Joey was over here saying they were hunting for sport, not survival. So hey, you know what? They shot a pigeon.
Well, maybe
I
they
went to
never.
shoot an owl.
Maybe he never had love.
you know, or maybe he got love and then got he was about to approach love and got brutally rejected.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So Kevin, you say,
Nay.
all right, we got a tiebreaker. So you listening right now can decide on what is canon or not for this. You think it's canon? Just say it's canon, and if you don't, just don't comment.
But wait, now there's two things that we're voting on.
But we already disproved that one. That one's out. Dino looked it
okay.
up. Bambi's alive, so that theory's gone. So there's only the one theory that's about the owl. If you think it's canon, type canon. If you don't think it's canon, just don't type anything at all.
I think then you automatically just said that it's not canon because we're gonna get so many more viewers than comments.
Hey, you know what? That's them not thinking it's canon. Then it's not, and I'll be sad. But you know, sometimes you have to accept those things. in life.
Okay, so moving on to Riley's emotions, like I said, because the last title was way too long. What is everyone's favorite and least favorite moment of the movie?
Favorite moment. My favorite moment was seeing Flower come out the flowers. And that's about it, really. I just like Flower, that's all. My least favorite moment? Honestly, I think my least favorite moment was all the dogs trying to attack Feline. That was just way too many dogs. It frustrated me. Like, why is it? It should only be 1 or 2, not 10.
All right, Kevin.
Okay, so my favorite moment's got to be Thumper teaching Bambi how to say words. But my favorite point of animation is the fight scene
With the two stags.
Yeah, when it's like all like dark and shadowed, but like there's all the colors, and that's my favorite animation in the movie.
Least favorite?
I don't know. That's hard to say.
Okay, Mike.
I'm gonna be real. I don't really have a favorite or least favorite. I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, I don't really have anything. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, should I just pick one? Should I just say something? Okay.
Sure.
I'll just go with Kevin's. The Thumper teaching Bambi about words and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's an enjoyable scene, so I'll give it that. I just like he goes bird, butterfly. I don't know. That was good.
No.
And least favorite, the movie.
Wow.
I'm joking. That's a joke. I don't have a least favorite.
Oh my god, you just unlocked a core memory in my head. But it was I'll make this really quick. It was a YouTube poop, which is just funny, put together, dumb YouTube.
Oh, I know what you're talking about!
And there was a Bambi one where Bambi went bird. And there was, I'll send it to you guys. You guys can check it out in your free time, but that's all I wanted to just say.
That's actually why I think I'm picking that scene, because I remember the YouTube video.
So my favorite moment is when Thumper and Bambi are playing on the ice, and then least favorite, I don't know, Feline picking on baby Bambi. It was just a weird moment, I guess. So for favorite and least favorite song, I'm just assuming none of us have anything for this category, so we'll just skip it.
Yeah.
And then favorite and least favorite character, Dequan.
Favorite character. All right. Favorite character is most certainly, without a doubt, Flower.
Mm-hmm.
Least favorite character, obviously, the Hunter. That guy sucked.
Kevin.
Favorite Thumper. Yeah, I mean, least favorite is man, I guess.
Mike?
Favorite is gonna be Flower. Least favorite is the dogs. They didn't do their job properly. They're not supposed to
Interesting.
all jump one animal.
Interesting.
Spread out. What?
I said interesting. My favorite is Thumper. And I didn't consider man as a character, so I said my least favorite character was Faylene. So with that, we'll move on to the next segment, which is not going to be a segment because we still don't have any emails. So just go ahead and email us at themagicovanimation@gmail.com. And with that, that's the episode. I'm surprised on how much we were able actually to talk about this horrendous movie.
Well, to be fair, a lot of it was us kind of just joking around and just, talking
Going
about
on
just
15
anything.
different message tangents.
We were more entertaining than that movie. There you go.
Alright, so Quantric, where can the people find you?
As usual on Twitter. As usual on Twitter at Dinamon.
And Kevin, you're still radio silent.
That'd be correct.
Mike, where can the people find us on Twitter and YouTube?
You can find us at youtube.com/themagicovanimation podcast, and Twitter is the twitter.com/TMOA_pod.
Nice. If you want to catch up with me, I'm on TikTok at at people call me Joey with underscores in between each word. And then you can follow us on TikTok as well at Magic of Animation with underscores in between each word. So that is this episode. Sorry we didn't upload on our regular day, but we're working it out. Don't worry, we got this.
Life stuff happens.
Life stuff happens. And it definitely wasn't because the Quandra forgot to watch the movie.
Yeah, it was definitely not that.
No.
Life stuff happens. Things come up, things get pushed.
And with that, they all lived happily ever animated.
Except Bambi's mom.
Oh, boy.
Rip.
I'm sorry.